Oh, I'll let you.
You're over on.
I'll let you.
Do you want to get involved? Do you want to give a...
No, I'll let you crack on.
So, Europa League just finished. United 1, Villarreal 1. We've lost, was it 11-10 on penalties. Just going to give you my raw thoughts. The game finished about 10 minutes ago. The problem was, basically it was a game of two things. There was the game and there was the penalties. We'll talk about the game first quickly, but we have absolutely no excuses as to why we lost that game. We had 120 minutes to score 2 goals against, a team that were up for it, and fair play to them, and they were well organised, but they finished 7th in Spain this year. Not 7th in like an unbelievable league. This is La Liga without Ronaldo. Without Ronaldo, but a league where Atletico just won it. They finished 7th. We couldn't score 2 goals against them. We were pretty poor. We just looked nervous, tired.
Not really up for it.
Not up for it, and
the poor form at the end of the season has gone into the final.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, we didn't have Maguire, which to be honest, I sound like a Liverpool fan saying, "Oh, Van Dijk's out, we're shit." But our back four is just not good enough anyway. The 2 centre backs aren't. The 2 full backs, you could have an argument as to say they're decent, which Luke Shaw definitely has been, and Wan-Bissaka obviously is defensively. But Bailly and Lindelof was always going to be shaky tonight, and all of our building up from the back was. And we just looked nervy in attack. We did. We started off with a very attacking team. We usually start with McTominay and Fred, and if we can't score, we then bring on another attacker, and we couldn't do that tonight because all of our best attackers were on the pitch. As I said, they were well organised. 1-1 was a fair result, but the penalties... I sat there today, and every single United player went up to take one of their penalties after the first 5. I thought, they're going to miss, and they all scored. Fucking fair play to them. They were all class penalties. Solskjaer brought on some people to take a penalty, fair play to him, but he made the one mistake tonight. And I love Solskjaer. I think he's done an amazing job, and I think he's a great manager. And I think, we'll talk about the Glazers in a minute, but I reckon with time, that team's going to keep improving. But the one mistake he made tonight was to not sub the goalie. It's not done a lot, but Louis van Gaal did it at the World Cup, and it worked out. David De Gea hasn't saved a penalty since 2016. That's 5 years ago. 5 years. In that time, Dean Henderson has saved 6. De Gea had a chance to save 11 penalties tonight. And how many did he save, Dad? None. And
he didn't make any other saves in the whole game either.
There you go.
And missed his penalty.
There you go. Doesn't matter if you're the cup goalie. In the big matches, get rid. He's got to go. He's on
He's got to go.
He's got to go. And, that's a mistake from Ollie, and he should be forgiven for that because he's... Do you know what I mean? One mistake. These happen all the time. Players make mistakes. Referees make mistakes. Coaches make mistakes.
He thought about putting to subs on that they were going to score goals, but he never thought about putting a sub on.
And they paid off.
Who's going to save the penalties.
And they paid off. He brought Mata on. He brought Tellez on. They both scored.
Yeah, he should have.
Left Rashford on. He scored. Left Cavani on. He scored. They all paid off. Even the people who shouldn't have scored. And fair play to them. But honestly, that was the mistake. But... the bigger picture is the squad wasn't deep enough. See, if we were City and we had a deeper squad with better quality, we'd have rested players up to this final, but we couldn't. And I'm not blaming that. We should have won. But as a whole, in terms of the season, it's progress on last season. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's progress.
Yeah,
of course it is. We finished 3rd last season.
Progress.
We finished 2nd this season.
Progress, not progress.
Progress. It's progress.
Yeah.
And
get rid of the Gea. Get rid of.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this for a while. We might not do the next numerical. What's the word? Chronological step in progress next season and win the league because of the state of our club. And do you know what I mean? Are we really going to go out there in the summer and be like, we're going to win the league? Let's really strengthen the squad even more. No. So I think that might be it. In terms of the game, we weren't good enough, and the penalties we just should have subbed the goalie. Surely Henderson would have saved one of those 11 penalties.
Surely.
De Gea had 11 chances to save a penalty. He couldn't save one, and I don't blame him for missing, because he's a goalie. He should never have had to take a penalty, but it's his own fault. Right, is it his own fault? Is he just crap at penalties? Maybe, I don't know. As I said, I think Solskjaer made an error there, but that's inexperience, and it takes a lot of balls for. Yeah, but it takes a lot of balls for a manager to sub a goalie for a penalty shootout. But he should have done it. We would have won. When does it ever happen? Van Gaal at the World Cup in 2016 with Tim Krul's the only time I've ever seen it.
But everybody knows that De Gea is shit at saving penalties.
Yeah, true.
It's a no-brainer.
I know, it's true, but it's that psychological thing of being like, he's our cup goalie, we'll let him just do the whole game.
Should we go get roasted?
Nah, because I've got work in the morning. So.
Oh, yeah.
Not till 11, but we're just going to walk this. That'll do, though. That's just my raw reaction. Yeah, we just didn't show up. You could tell the players were nervous. On a different day, we'd have won the game, but as I said at the start, we couldn't score 2 goals against Villarreal over 120 minutes, and that's our own fault. That'll do. Back for another podcast soon. See you later. Glazers out. Ta-da.